had an issue with a gentleman a couple months ago where I was actually in fear that he was gonna try to find me and violently engage with me. What I need to do is I want to get off YouTube, like not post here anymore, and move over to Patreon. I'm going to read like 6 or 7 comments. I want you to stick through to all of them so you can kind of understand why I'm done doing this. Okay, I'm done with this. I don't think I can handle these folks in my life anymore. I have been telling myself, well, I've got thick skin, I can deal with this, and I can, and I have, but there comes a point where I'm like, this is just messed up. Mulatto's coping hard, mulatto. Like the feminine version of mulatto. Sorry, we aren't all like you. Let me just point out that this person's username is Jim Crow Rides Again. What? But I'm really not interested in grinding myself down for a model that only works by being subsidized by people whose username is Jim Crow Rides Again. That's literally the point of the video. Hi, I'm Danielle Romero. Thank you so much for being with me here on my channel where we talk about American identity and family stories. So I'm giving myself until December 31st. So let me explain what's going on. I have been doing this for 3.5 years. I've had videos that have hit over 1 million views. I've actually been able to teach people about digging into the archives, finding your family story, preserving that history. And I feel like I physically cannot do this. Not because the work is too hard. I am so happy doing this. But it's because I know what's waiting for me in the comment section and I literally cannot deal with it anymore. I want to show you what has been going on and what I'm going to do. So I started this channel to find one person's story. My great-grandmother, Lola, spoke Louisiana Creole. That was a whole part of her history, but wasn't passed down, all of that culture, all that stuff. So I started teaching myself how to read the archives. And so when I started this channel, I just kind of like bringing you guys all along with me, and it was awesome. And I wondered, you know, why didn't we learn about our family? And I'm a historian by trade, and this was a whole part of American history that I didn't really understand. And so I started diving into the legal systems of why people would try to pass for white and all of those things that affected me personally, affected my family personally. I want to read a couple of comments on the last video I did. And I actually had taken a weekend trip with my husband because I have 3 kids. I'm homeschooling them. And I just needed a break. And I put this video on the trip. It was pre-recorded. And I tried to like be unplugged from it, but I still saw some of this stuff and it really messed me up. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, I want to read these. I'll put them on the screen. So one was a video where I was talking about when people say that they're white, there was a map that was kind of showing, well, what's your real ancestry though, right? Because white's not an ancestry, neither is black or brown or red or yellow, right? Like what's your ancestry? So I was kind of going through that. Really just an encouraging video about digging more into your family's story. This next person said, we don't give an F about your dumbass map. Just be happy with who you are. Life is too short for you to waste your time on this. Honestly, it's retarded, they said. Okay. And then they said, another non-European person telling Europeans they're not European, get a life. What? Like, are these people unable to read? I don't know what's going on, but it gets worse. This person said, you're not Italian, you're some kind of a mutt trying to make money identifying with whichever race gives you more likes and views. Let me keep going. This mulatto's coping hard, mulatto. Like the feminine version of mulatto. Sorry, we aren't all like you. Let me just point out that this person's username is Jim Crow Rides Again. What? This person, John something. Just because you're part black doesn't mean everyone's part black. Give it a break. What? These are literally on a video where it's like, if you identify as white, you may be able to dig into your family story more. Here's a map that I found that was going viral. That was really interesting. I'm just talking about it. That's the whole video. That's the whole video. And also in the video, I said, I have some free downloads for you if you want to kind of work on your family story without having a DNA test. Okay. Oh, here's the other one that was on this. Filthy Browns, referring to me. Filthy Browns trying to take being white from us now, shaking my head. When y'all want to talk about slavery, we are all white though, right? LOL, we aren't all mutts like you, wink face. And then just shut up, biatch, also to me. Another person said on that video, just more racial propaganda. I like literally don't know what the propaganda would be. It was like, look at this map. It's like, oh, a lot of Dutch people settled here. What? This person said, man, you're determined to do everything you can to undermine whiteness. Like, I want to undermine all the crayon colors, to be honest. But it's like, if this map is showing you like, oh, my family is from this area, I may actually have Finnish ancestry. That is so helpful and beautiful to know and connect to. And then they say hate comes in many forms, like referring to me. How could you possibly believe that this has anything to do with hating anyone? And then another person said that this video sounds like anti-white propaganda. Like, how is that even possible? How is that even the takeaway? Anti-white propaganda. Then they said, this one person, very clever, said, yeah, we white people have a diverse culture. You seem to have a problem with that. Bro, the video is literally about how diverse you are if you identify as white. That's literally the point of the video. I cannot tell you. I love this work. I love digging through the archives. I love finding the stories nobody told us. I love when someone messages me and tells me like a video helped them unlock a family secret or whatever. But I just cannot keep pouring myself into something that requires me to wade through stuff like this just to connect to people who actually care. I took 2 months off in August because I thought I just needed a rest. And I came back in October feeling good. And then literally just a couple weeks later, same thing, same kind of comments, the same pattern, the same dread I have logging into my account. And the break didn't fix the problem because the problem is not with me. The problem is the platform, and apparently a lot of people who are a part of our society feel these things in their heart. So YouTube pays me when someone watches my video, okay? They pay me the same amount though if someone's watching because they're learning about their Melungeon heritage, and if someone's watching because they're disgusting and their username is Jim Crow Rides Again and they call me a mutt. The algorithm literally cannot tell the difference between someone learning their family history and someone harassing me for showing it to them. Both are considered engagement. For YouTube, education and harassment, it looks identical. Now, I'm turning 40 in 3 months, 40. And I don't want to build my work on a system that can't tell the difference between appreciation and abuse, or allow myself to just keep getting abused like this. Like, I have been telling myself like, well, I've got thick skin, I can deal with this, and I can, and I have. But there comes a point where I'm like, this is just messed up. This is just messed up. And some of you know, if you've been following me on Facebook, I had an issue with a gentleman a couple months ago where I was actually in fear that he was gonna try to find me and violently engage with me. And so, you know, I'm asking myself, is there another way here? What if the people who were participating in the videos with me or funding the work or people who actually value it, they don't want to like kill me? That's what I want to figure out. So Patreon, which I've been using, it lets me do my work without all the poison, okay? And not that you have to agree with everything I say to be on Patreon, right? But like, Patreon is a much different vibe. And what I need to do is I want to get off YouTube, like not post here anymore, and move over to Patreon. The way I can do that though, is I need to have a certain amount of people pledge a certain amount so I can shift away from all of the AdSense revenue so I won't have to depend on it anymore. And I'm going to be lowering the Patreon threshold though. So it's like you can get in a lot lower. So what I put on Patreon, this is what I'm proposing if you wanna go here with me. I wanna run an experiment. December 31st, I'm giving myself as a deadline. If I can get 1,000 people to join at $2 a month, then I can make the move. Now, I don't get to keep all that money. Patreon keeps a pretty big cut, and so does PayPal. So it's not like I even see all of that. But I have software costs. I pay a couple $100s a month for my professional tools for editing. If I don't hit that threshold, then I've also answered a question for myself. The model doesn't work. I'm genuinely at peace with that as well. So if there's not enough people to support what I'm doing over there, then I'm fine just saying, okay, I can't make the switch all the way. But I'm really not interested in grinding myself down for a model that only works by being subsidized by people whose username is Jim Crow Rides Again. Okay, so by December 31st, I'll know. Like I said, I'm turning 40 in March. I want to keep doing the work that I'm doing. Finding Lola has changed my life. It's changed my kids' lives. I think it's changed many of your lives as well. And you finding your family story matters to me so deeply. I love when you message me and tell me you found your ancestor, you found something that had been lost. But I don't think I can do this anymore. Like, I'm so emotionally worn down and genuinely sad. I think genuinely sad about the nastiness. It's just shocking. Let me tell you, this has gotten way worse. Like, I used to get a weird comment every now and then, but like, this is on a different level. Patreon lets me do the work without all this poison. And if you've been with me and you want it to keep going, that's where we can do this. So let's find out if this can stand on its own. And if it can't, like, it's been awesome because it's been amazing. And I'm so grateful for that too. So let's see what happens. I'll leave a link in the description.